Now, the next transit of the moon is when it reaches the opposition with Mars. And on the same day, the 15th of July, at 4 a.m. Universal Time, that's when the moon will be exactly opposite Mars. And the following aspect is when it reaches the North Lunar Node on the same day at about 1 p.m. Universal Time. So the first one I called, Is There a War? Well, there are wars at the moment around the world in various places, some of which we know about, some we don't hear about. But anyway, the moon here is going to trigger the energy of Mars, which is something we need to take into consideration because Mars is in discordance with Venus, and Venus represents love, and Mars would represent perhaps hate. Love and hate do cohabit somehow. So we'll need to make sure that what happens and the basis of our reactivity, decisions and so on, is not triggered by a feeling, a sentiment, an emotion, something that is going to make us less objective, but more aggressive perhaps. In any case, too much in a hurry, impatient, too much in a hurry to obtain what we want, what we desire, or the person we love, for example. We may become more reactive in our relationship, which could, of course, trigger some conflicts. Now, the following transit, when the moon reaches the North Lunar Node here, on the 15th of July, choose a direction. Yes, okay, but which one? That is the question that is asked through this configuration. The reason is that the North Lunar Node represents that to which we should be tending to go in life. Okay, but where is it? That is the question. And across is Mars, of course, and across is also the South Lunar Node, naturally. So the South Lunar Node represents that which we should abandon, let go of, so that we can feel lighter and quicker to reach that goal of us, toward your North Lunar Node. So the moon is going to call on us for that. But it may be that we are too much in a hurry to get to where we want to go. And so we would sort of, with Mars next to the South Lunar Node, we could be tempted to abandon what we will regret afterwards. So it's very necessary then to think about that and to try to control our natural instinct of wanting to get to where we have decided to go. Now, it could be something that you have to do, but it can also be something that you've chosen to do. You'll have a choice in any case, but you may not have much time to make that choice. And if you are biased by some sort of feeling represented by Venus, love, for example, or hate, may become a source of disruption in the manner in which you will deal with that direction that you need to take in order to reach a goal, an important goal, which will have long-lasting consequences. Because the next transit of the moon is, of course, when it reaches Saturn and Neptune.